So the event has concluded, the official trailer is dropped, and we have quite a few notes to go over in regards to Vanguard, a review of the event itself, pretty much talk of everything we're going to be seeing. You know how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. So how is it going? Dank Division, Dank Dan here, and we are going to be discussing the event, the trailer, and everything that came after. This is going to be good. So first, let's review the event, the Battle of Verdansk. You either learn to love it or you learn to hate it. But what's better yet is it's actually still live now, so any of you who might have just gotten off of work right now or, you know, working a crazy shift, you can still experience this for yourself, so hop on to Warzone, try that out. But for those of you who already played it, let's actually talk about how this goes. So it was a relatively simple one, just throw TNT on there, ambush a train, blow up the train, run away, etc. People were a little disappointed. Why? Because it was PvE with 32 players working together against a giant AI train, rather than PvP, which is how every last event has gone so far. And I think I have the answer to why they opted in for PvE instead of PvP for the event. I want you guys to think back to know your history. I want you to think back to exactly how that went. You had to do all these things, including killing a couple people, getting cards, securing a bunch of stuff, and then finally finding Frank Wood's location so you could get the Bay of Pigs SKS variant. There was just one problem with that. People would camp the ever-living shit out of that area and ensure that no one could get there, and would grief people. So if you're wondering why this wasn't a PvP event, start looking at the griefers, and that'll answer your question. But overall, this was actually a fun mode to play. I mean, blowing up the train, having it that you're running away from the planes. It was absolutely a lot of fun. I didn't feel like I was under any stress. It felt enjoyable, which is what an event should be. Now, you guys in the comment section, you can fight me over it of whether or not this was worth doing as an event, or if they should go back to PvP. I'll leave that up to you guys. But without further ado, why don't I play the trailer, and then we'll discuss everything about it after that.
The whole world is burning. Sometimes, the only way to put out the flames is with more fire.
For this.
This is the theatre of war, Arthur. There's no curtain call for bravery.
Bravery's what comes after, not what you were in the moment.
Target locked. Dropping bomb.
whatever we do it together.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta. Digital pre-orders get instant access to the Night Raid, Mastercraft, and Black Ops, Cold War, and Warzone.
So after that trailer dropped, you have it that you already have these nice little pre-order things, which that's not something I'm really going to cover here. I want to focus strictly on what we're going to be seeing in this game. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the single player campaign. Sorry guys, this isn't going to be like World at War where you have a multiplayer campaign. Instead, just like World at War and the World War II games that came before it, we're not going to focus on just the American front. We're actually going to be focusing on all fronts from various aspects, and goddamn, it's going to be amazing because we're going to be able to experience combat through an interweaving story of multinational heroes that formed Task Force 1 and set the stage for Special Forces as we know it. These heroes, in no particular order, you have Private Lucas Riggs of the 20th Battalion Australian 9th Infantry Division, who you're going to be seeing on the African front, specifically the North African front. Dear God, that's a front we haven't really seen in COD. I mean, we've seen it in Sniper Elite, which that doesn't do it justice, so hopefully COD knows what they're doing with this. We have the man who, if you pre-order this game, later on you'll actually be able to use him in Cold War as well as Warzone, Sergeant Arthur Kingsley of the 9th Parachute Battalion. He's the one that you hear narrating over the whole thing, and you're going to see him pretty much in the usual front where the British are fighting against the Germans. So the next character we will be seeing is Lieutenant Wade Jackson of the Scouting Squadron 6 of the United States Navy. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back to the Pacific front. We're going up against the Japanese, which we have not seen COD focus on that front since World at War. It has been over a decade since we touched up on that. Speaking of a decade, the last character that we get is Lieutenant Polina. Oh, for crying out loud, I hate trying to pronounce names because I suck at pronouncing them because I am a stereotypical white person. Petrova of the 138th Rifle Division for the Red Army. What's better yet is they kind of hint at her being in Stalingrad with a sniper. Stalingrad with a sniper. Lights in her eyes. Where have I heard that before? I'm not going to suggest that we might see reoccurring characters, but, you know, it's kind of, you know, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But you pretty much have it that these four playable characters overcome the desperation and chaos of World War II, including being captured by the Axis powers, which, if they are ballsy enough to show us how bad the internment camps are, we're going to be in for one hell of a campaign, as each of these characters is going to rise from the trenches to become one of the original operatives, the prototype for the modern Special Forces soldier as they fight for victory in tide-turning battles across the globe. This campaign spans 4 major theaters of World War II and a unified single-player narrative as you prepare to do your part to change the fate of humanity. Through this intense narrative and remarkable journey of these soldiers, players will experience influential battles across World War II as they engage enemies across the eastern and western fronts of Europe and fight for the free world through the Pacific and North Africa. Whether it's dogfighting over the Midway Islands, defending Stalingrad, with a sniper's precision. Hey, Dimitri. Whites of their eyes, right? Whites of their eyes. Airdropping over France, or blasting a hole through the advancing forces in North Africa. This is a deeply engaging and confirmed to be a raw campaign. With the signature combat you've come to expect from Call of Duty, you were expected to test your mettle across beautiful but battle-scarred war fronts as you hope to strive and triumph over the conflict. I mean, granted, if you opened up a history book, you know how it ends. But a lot of us don't know what happens in the middle. Now, let's talk about the multiplayer. One of the biggest complaints that people had about Cold War on day one was the lack of maps. Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Vanguard promises to not do that. Right off the bat, at launch, there will be 20. That is right, 20 maps available at launch, including 16 specifically built for core gameplay, featuring a wide variety of diverse environments. Prepare for adrenaline-fueled action where intense Call of Duty combat is the name of the game as you rise through the ranks in your journey to become one of the original Special Forces operators. Now, you know as well as I know that Sledgehammer Games is prepping to bring the fast-paced tactical first-person combat and further innovate it in many more ways to play. This includes an advanced gunsmith, which, when leaked, revealed that there were 10, not 5, not 8, but 10 different attachment settings in there. So it's pretty much said that we're getting an advanced gunsmith as well as caliber systems that brings immersive and reactive environments to a whole new level. And for those of you who have been enjoying the 2v2 gunfight mode from Modern Warfare, they're going to be bringing a new mode called Championsville. Imagine quick action, close quarters, small squad combat in which 8 teams compete in a series of head-to-head matchups where the last team standing wins. So, be on the lookout because there's going to be a worldwide multiplayer reveal coming soon, including information on the forthcoming open beta. So it is worth noting that we are going to be seeing a reveal of the multiplayer as well as a reveal of one of the missions for the campaign. So for those of you who want to see the multiplayer reveal, sadly, you're going to have to sit through the CDL Championships on August 22nd to see where they decide to throw in the little teasers of the multiplayer. They don't give an exact time, mainly because they expect you to watch through the entire thing just to watch probably 5 minutes of gameplay. But, you know, it is what it is. They're doing what they can to boost their numbers, especially after losing, you know, half their sponsors for obvious reasons. But more importantly, the one that I don't mind with how they're deciding to reveal it is the campaign level. The campaign level they're actually going to be revealing on Wednesday, August 25th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, or in my case, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Gamescom, which they're going to have Laura Bailey. That's right. Polina herself is actually going to be a special guest there for the world premiere of the first playthrough of the level. So for those of you who want to see your first look at the gameplay, just to see what we're getting into, that is pretty much going to be there. Now, there are some of you sitting here, and I know you're thinking it, and quite frankly, I'm thinking it too. What is going to happen with zombies? So, this is a first, mind you. Zombies, for the first time ever, is going to have its first ever franchise crossover as Call of Duty Vanguard features an all-new Zombies game mode with development led by none other than Treyarch. Yes, that's right. 2 years in a row for the first time ever of Treyarch Zombies. Holy fucking shit. So this cooperative experience continues and intertwines with the already existing Dark Aether story to create a deeply engaging lore, all while innovating on the core gameplay that the mode is famous for. You're going to be able to discover the unspeakable horrors of the precursor to Black Ops Cold War Zombies while holding off the relentless onslaught. Kind of funny they're using the word onslaught. Of the undead when Vanguard launches on November 5th. Expect, and this is their exact words, expect a detailed preview of Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies as All Hallows Eve approaches, so be on the lookout sometime in October, essentially. So, moving on from zombies to Warzone. Now, let's face it, we're all starting to get a little sick of Verdansk. It's kind of gotten stale. We're all a little sick of it. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? When Warzone swaps over to Vanguard, we are getting a brand new map. That means from now up until Vanguard, ladies and gentlemen, this is your last chance to say your goodbyes to Verdansk. That means if you want to take a steaming shit on it, be my guest. If you want to just go to some of those key locations and enjoy them one last time, you got time. Be my guest. Because come the release, we're going to be looking at a brand new map. We have no idea what this map could be. But all I'm hoping for is that it's enjoyable. It's also worth noting, and this is where the fan base is going to get a little bit mixed on how they feel about this, and is that they're promoting Warzone integration with Vanguard with the PC anti-cheat system. Now, don't get me wrong, I am incredibly excited for the fact that we are getting an anti-cheat. But it's the fact that you're promoting, that your key point for promoting your game is the fact that now you're going to introduce an anti-cheat, which pretty much confirms that you're not going to add an anti-cheat to Cold War, or Modern Warfare, or Warzone until then. I mean, sure, maybe you're fine-tuning it. I'll give you that one. But at the same time, that really shouldn't be a marketing ploy. That shouldn't be like the big giant thing they post in big letters. Hey, anti-cheat. It's like, just do it. You don't even have to say it. Have us walk into the game and then ask us like 2 months later, you guys notice cheaters? Because here's what you did. You just set the bar high by saying we have an anti-cheat. If we even go into, let's say, a game and find it that every other game we're finding cheaters, people are going to immediately say you guys are full of crap. And that's something you should probably prepare yourself for. So, it's also worth noting that with the Vanguard integration, the Modern Warfare guns are not going anywhere. I know that was a huge thing going around. It's like Modern Warfare guns are going to disappear. Bullshit. It's also worth noting that with Vanguard, we're going to be seeing a lot of World War II weapons. As you saw from the trailer, you saw the classic MP40. You already know the Mosin's going to be in there. The FG42, I'm pretty sure I saw in the trailer. So expect classic weapons. Who knows? The Swiss and the Kar 98's days could be numbered with some of the marksman rifles we've been seeing. It also gets better. Yes, the Battle Pass is going to be coming back. Yes, store bundles are going to continue. That's a foregone conclusion. But a lot of people have been sitting saying, look, I didn't buy Black Ops Cold War. I'm not buying Vanguard. What's going to happen to the people playing Modern Warfare right now, 2019? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You can still progress and level up in Modern Warfare. That means if, let's say, you want to go play Shipment 24/7 for a little bit and level up there, your progress will be saved when you go to, let's say, Cold War and you decide you want to do Mauer der Toten for 20 rounds. And then you decide to swap over to Vanguard and play some multiplayer. Your progress from game to game to game to game is going to not only be saved, but included. So if you're, let's say, level 2 going from Modern Warfare, you'll be level 2 when you go into Cold War. If you go to, let's say, level 10 in Cold War and then you swap over to Vanguard, you're now level 10 in Vanguard and whatever tier you are in the Battle Pass. I love that concept because now this doesn't force people to upgrade to your game. This also means that people can continue to enjoy the games they enjoy and swap from game to game to game in an enjoyable manner and don't feel like they're forced to buy the next COD over and over and over again. It's worth noting that we're also going to be seeing, of course, free post-launch content, a massive calendar of new maps, modes, playlists, limited time and seasonal events, as well as community celebrations integrated between the two games. Expect the most connected Call of Duty experience ever seen. So be on the lookout for more information on Vanguard and Warzone's little thing, as well as they're going to be doing a little bit more information on the new anti-cheat system in the coming weeks prior to Vanguard's launch. Now, let's talk a little bit about the technical stuff in regards to Vanguard. So Vanguard is of course going to be powered by the next generation engine, first introduced in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, optimized to deliver breathtaking visual fidelity, a photo-realistic world, lifelike characters, and impressive graphical performance that enhances gameplay. This is going to be the most advanced Call of Duty experience ever, with Warzone integration, cross-play, cross-progression, and cross-gen support from launch. It is worth noting that, of course, the entire community across the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and the PC can party up and play together. You'll be able to take your profile progression and your stats with you no matter which platform you decide to play on. Now, something also you want to definitely keep your eyes on is the fact that, and I can't wait to make this joke. I've been wanting to make this joke ever since I read this article. Congratulations, Call of Duty. You finally caught up to Battlefield with having it that you can blow up and destroy some of the buildings. That took, what, over a decade? I'm not shitting on you. I'm actually genuinely impressed that you guys are finally diving into that and are finally opening up a door, and quite literally, I mean, I'm going to stick some C4 to a wall, blow it up, and say goodbye to little Timmy camping in the corner. But it looks like we're actually going to have destructible stuff. Doors, windows, etc. But at this point, that's all I got for you guys for now. With that being said, there's going to be more information to dig into. I know I'm going to be digging into the real-life counterparts of all 4 characters. Expect a video on each of them as I find time. And as my deranged lunatic of a researcher is laughing as I said that, because now she's definitely not going to get a fucking sleep, because I'm going to put that bitch to work. So for those of you watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. What are you looking forward to most with Vanguard? Did you pre-order right off the bat? And if so, which version? Leave some words of wisdom and maybe some thoughts and prayers for my researcher. Maybe some like cookies and milk. I know she's not Santa Claus, but she probably would love that right about now, because ever since the trailer dropped, she doesn't intend on getting any sleep. So with that being said, you all have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're doing, do it wholeheartedly. I'll catch you guys in the next video. You guys are the meta, and I'm Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to hit that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers.
15.
What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.